And we're doing it.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Cheers.
Cheers. How has it been? It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been at least, like a month or two? Definitely a month.
For the podcast or for just hanging out?
For either.
Yeah, true.
Well, you came over to our place at some point in the recent past.
Yeah, maybe less than a month ago, but there was 4 of us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when we played Catan.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Catan night.
Yeah.
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 That I had one before realizing, and then April counted hers and she had one. Was it her? I forgot who won.
I don't even remember,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, it's always fun.
When I was going to bed that night, I remember thinking, like, who even won? Like,
Yeah.
we played this whole game, and I didn't even figure out who won.
The process matters more, eh?
Yeah. No, it's so much fun playing Catan,
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
board games.
It's every time I played, even the first time where it seemed complicated, it's not. You just once you take it turn by turn, okay, now you can do this, now you can do that. Now you let the other ones play, and they will talk to you if they want to trade. I was like, oh, it sounds it's very simple. No, it's very fun. Anybody can play.
Yeah. Yeah, and the trading is so much fun. Like, I love that aspect of it.
I like the different strategies. Depending on where you end up and depending on the dice rolls, sometimes you just don't end up getting the resource that you want, although it sounds very likely on paper, but for some reason you don't get it. So you might go for development cards and start getting some knights and whatever. I always go for that.
Yeah, man.
And
you're going hard on the development cards.
I won once for sure, maybe twice. I was winning last time we played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't count my stuff in time, and right after April played and then she won, it's like, shoot, I had everything there already. I should have declared it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trading really, like, highlights people's character. Because it's like, you're playing with people that you know to varying degrees. And it's funny how people's personalities comes out in the trading, like, especially with Ricardo. Our buddy is a very, very big businessman. He was trading futures, pasts, he was trading everything. He was doing everything with everyone. The best part was how he was such a salesman about it. He was always, like, trying to butter you up, trying to, like, get you to believe that this is going to be a really good deal for you. It took forever.
Oh, yeah. It got to a point where I told him, Ricardo, the more you try, the less you're gonna go do it. It's too much for me. Move on. Just say it. Finish your turn, and then we'll move on to the next player, and we'll roll the dice. And they will contact you if they want a resource from you. That's it. You won't get anything out of us. Move on.
Yeah, a lot of fun though.
Yeah. It's a good game.
And I like that it sort of brings an element of, like, randomness to the game.
Oh, there must be.
Like, you can have someone really fuck up a game if they won't trade at all, or, like, in a strange way. They have some sort of weird restrictions on how they're going to trade or who they're going to trade with. And then whenever someone's winning, they get blacklisted if you start getting close.
Oh, yeah.
People are like, no, I just won't trade with you.
I think there should be some randomness in most games. If not all games, to be honest.
I think some people hate that. They want it to be more strategy dependent.
I understand the strategy part, but at the same time, if it's 100% strategy, then it's all about being a control freak and just studying your game more than others, playing it more, studying it more, and that's chess. There is a game for that.
Yeah.
Chess is not random.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no dice roll, which is like a third-party god or chaos. It's just telling you what's going on. Is you just have to adapt to the opponent's reactions and so on. I like the little randomness aspect because you can enjoy the game whether you are a beginner or a seasoned player. Of course, if there is too much randomness, then you cannot really play at a competitive level.
Yeah, like Monopoly.
Yeah, exactly. Or some video games are so casual
Mm-hmm.
The point is everybody can gather around the seasoned player who's been through everything versus the beginner who just started 2 weeks ago, and they can have some kind of like a very, I don't know, high competition.
Really? In what games? Because I find that like if I try and play games, because I'm pretty casual,
Yeah.
I just get smashed. Like,
Well, for some point, maybe that changed, but I think one of the Mario Karts, one of them, is fairly up to chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been Mario Kart Wii,
Yeah.
or the one right before, which is what, GameCube?
GameCube. Yeah.
Maybe like Mario Kart
Yeah.
Double Dash. No, I think Double Dash was pretty. That's the one I played the most. I think this one was skilled. Okay with skill. Maybe Wii is the one where I think I heard, like, because pretty much when you're around among the last, you get better items. So you get like the thunder, or you get the
big bullet.
the big bullet, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And in some cases, depending on on the speed or whatever the stats of the players, whatever is available to you, you can go from like last one, like number 8 or something, to maybe number 3 or 4 if you get the right item at the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, you could be very skilled, stay in the first place, and then somebody hits you with that shitty item, and you just go back to 4th place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
There is that element of randomness
Yeah.
in Mario Kart. Like, I played Mario Kart 64 the most. Like, that's my game that I'm the best at out of all the games. Like, it's very rare that I would meet someone who could beat me at that game. Like, my buddy Chris, he's the only person I can think of who's got a chance at beating me at that game.
But then you've never played competitively, have you? Maybe not even like locally in a game store. Maybe if they were organizing some kind of local competition.
No.
For fun.
No, I never did that.
Okay.
That sounds like it could have been fun, but I don't know.
Yeah, probably local prize money back then, like, discount at the store or something, or gift card.
That place, Metropole, they had an N64 that you could play. I think it was Sunday evenings. And
Yeah, we went once.
Yeah, and everyone sucked like shit at Mario Kart.
They also have a peep show.
What?
I went to Gastown maybe a couple weeks ago, and we just passed by, and he was saying peep show.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get into it. I don't know if it's like a special night. I have no idea. I was like,
But it was at Metropole?
yeah. I was like, peep show. Really, like literally at the window next to the bouncer. I was like, no, that's Metropole. So I don't know. Maybe on some nights they have, they might have a karaoke night, a game night, a peep show night. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think you can make $25 million for a video game competition. I think that's the record.
Wow.
It was 24 something.
Like first place in some sort of tournament?
Yeah. I checked a video yesterday on Netflix. It might have been updated since. It might have been, that video might be 1 year old. So now maybe new competitions or have even bigger prizes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was 24 something million. So I guess it's like rounded up to, I don't know, Korean currency, or I have no idea.
You mean they're paying it in?
It was not exactly saying 25,000,000,000. He was like 24,783. So it's probably a conversion rate. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
For the prize money to be that
Specific.
Yeah. But yeah, they have
17 cents.
now they have they have esports leagues.
Mm-hmm.
The Riot Games, I think, is the studio who made League of Legends.
Okay.
They're the ones organizing the League of Legends league.
Yeah.
So not only they are the video game makers, so they make the video games, they make the rules, but they are also ESPN in the sense that they broadcast it.
Yeah.
And they are also the NBA because they govern the number 1 league.
Mm-hmm.
And also they are basketball because they made the rules of the game, because they made the game. So the studio is doing the
vertical
3 of them.
integration.
Yeah. It's great. It's crazy. And I guess they adapt the rules depending on which character tends to win more in competition. So from 1 year to another, they nerf some characters, they buff some characters, because it seems like the game is not that balanced, because it seems like one character seems to win more often.
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, because he has this technique that whatever, so we're gonna nerf that technique or buff another character that doesn't win very often. It's interesting.
That is interesting, man. They got the whole thing locked up.
Yeah, they get their own data on the players directly.
I mean, they have it all.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That would be interesting data if you could somehow correlate that with other types of data.
Well, yeah, EA Games hires data scientists to look at specific video games, like developing the clientele or the customer experience, player experience, I guess, of for specific games. Looking at, they want to look at the time they spend on the game, the time they spend on multiplayer. All those things are recorded.
Yeah.
Per account. That's
They're swimming in data.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on those things.
You're gonna try and work for EA?
I'll try to work for whatever is on LinkedIn the moment I apply.
Yeah.
So last week I saw an ad saying Lyft hires data scientists. I'll be super interested in getting all the trips, from Vancouver, the time in the Vancouver metro area, Metro Vancouver area, the times of the trips, the number of customers, I don't know, all those things, and trying to improve riders' experience and
profitability
and drivers' experience. Yeah, that's what I say, but it means making money.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll apply. I think I'll have a small probability of getting into those big companies right away because I have no experience in the field. But I will start wherever they accept me and learn the job and move from there.
Yeah, man, it'll be fun.
Yeah. No, it's exciting.
Good.
What about you? What's new? Still in school or are you done for that chunk?
Still in school.
Okay.
Oh, it's tough. It's really kicking my ass.
What's tough about it?
It's just a lot to learn. You have to use this code book, which is written by lawyers. So it's all these different plumbing rules. And it's all self-referential. So it's like to read one sentence, you might have to go and check another sentence or another table. And there's a lot of stuff you got to do with it. Yeah, I'm not having a good time.
It's dry?
No, it's interesting. Like, I want to learn the information, but it's just, there's so much of it. Like, there's so much information. There's tests, like 1 or 2 tests a week. And there's assignments, like I got to do this big assignment tomorrow and Sunday. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun at all. Oh, excuse me. But I think we're supposed to meet up with some other guys in the class at the library tomorrow. And
which one?
Just the one down the hill.
I went there today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, I called them yesterday, or maybe today, to see if there was like a place where a group could work, like on a project. And they kept telling me, oh, there's this community room that we let non-profit organizations rent out or just book it. They don't charge any money. And I was like, no, we're just students. And then eventually she finally told me, like, oh, it's not a silent library. So we can go in there and we can work together as long as we're not loud.
Okay. Because if the weather's nice, you can always also pick a table outside, unless it's like everything on a computer.
Yeah, we need computers with power outlets and stuff.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, no, I went there today for a couple hours.
Yeah? Got some work done? Or?
Yep.
What were you doing?
Preparing, I was supposed to prepare classes for the summer, and I ended up spending a lot of time doing some requests from a professor from Xi'an, actually. It was an email thing. He asked me about past, like how the students' quality in the course I was teaching, in the course I was teaching, but that I taught multiple times over the past 3 years. And so he asked a couple of questions, and I was like, okay, let's instead of like me looking individually, I put all the grades into one single file. I compared per semester. I compared per type of exam, like final exam, midterm, everything in R, bunch of histograms, bunch of distributions. And then I answered the questions and I said, well, I also attached all my data and everything. So if you want to play with it, you can run my code. So yeah, but I ended up spending some time, and it was good because My course in the summer will be R intensive, so
Mm-hmm.
just got back to it. I was like, oh yeah, that's how you do it. Googled a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty satisfied with the result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. And then I went for a bit of skateboarding.
Nice. Down at the old skate park.
Yep.
That's dope.
Had been a while, but I'm pretty happy. I did a couple things.
Any new tricks? Or you just getting back into doing old stuff?
Yeah. This time it's been a while. Probably when Manu and Mikael were here, so that was a month ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
Even more. So I just wanted to shake the leg, and I sat at the library for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got up and I started skating, I was like, ooh, it was like very soft legs. Just had to warm up a bit.
Yeah.
So I didn't do much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, things are good. The weather is finally picking up.
Oh my God! Today, it's beautiful.
Phenomenal.
It's beautiful. It's like
It's a perfect day for me, weather-wise.
this is the first day of the year where I'm just like, oh yeah, this is why I love living here. This is why I love living here.
Yeah.
Because in the springtime and the summertime, it's so beautiful here. It just sucks that the rest of the year is so dark and gray and rainy. And then even during the spring, sometimes during the summer, it will rain. And you'll just have like a shitty day or two here and there to help you appreciate the good days, I guess.
Yeah, the summer is what this is all about here.
Yeah.
Summer and spring. Fall is good too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we took Naya to the park today.
Ooh, which park?
There's this little park on Halifax, close to our place.
Yep.
Oh, it was so great. It's nice out, and they have one of those little kid swings, where it's basically a bucket of like hard rubber, and then with holes for their feet to go through.
Yep.
She loved that shit. Like
Cool.
she, just pushing her, like making her go. She fucking was just laughing hysterically the whole time. It was great. She was super
cool.
excited about it.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I was big on the swing too.
Yeah. Yeah, I like swings.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah.
It's such a simple object. Like, it's just some chains and then a seat, and you just fucking move yourself. It's funny how humans like to do that type of shit.
It entertains a kid for a long time.
Yeah.
Relatively.
Yeah.
In terms of attention span, this simple object, as you said, can monopolize a lot of their attention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just like a different feeling than you get in most of everyday life. It's like you're flying forward and you're flying backwards. Like.
Yeah. And the jumps. Yeah.
And they have a swing for like physically disabled kids. It's like this big seat, and it has a bar that comes, or it's like a restraint that comes down over it, so like you won't fall out of the swing.
Okay.
And it's pretty big, so like it would be easy for most kids to get in there. Which I was like, at first I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is that? It looks like a racing car seat that's being held up by chains. But yeah. April was like, yeah, that's a seat for disabled kids. I felt kind of silly having joked around about it, but I guess I didn't try and hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah, he can joke around it, it still serves his purpose.
Yeah.
Something can be goofy looking and still be very useful and great for society and so on. It's fine. We can just say, oh, it's goofy looking.
Yeah.
And that's it. But we're very happy it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually great because it's, I think the park you mentioned, maybe we went there once or twice. Maybe I went with you for a walk or something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's pretty small.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have this kind of accommodation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they somewhat recently, probably within the last 6 months to a year, they renovated the whole thing.
Ah.
So you may have only seen it when it was in its old state.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they had the whole construction site. They built it quickly. Like, I didn't expect that the government could do something so quickly. Like, they cordoned it off, fucking ripped everything out, got some machines in there, put in the new stuff, and then it went up. And it's cool. It's cool seeing that stuff happen in your community, because it's like, fuck. All right, that's where my tax dollars went.
Oh yeah,
Making a nice fucking new park for people.
Yeah.
Like that happened. So walking up SFU Mountain to the university from where we used to live on Inlet.
Yes.
Anyways, we were close to the bottom of this mountain, at the top of which is the school that we went to, and that Tomat teaches at. And so halfway up, there was this water fountain that they built. It was like a really nice water fountain. Unfortunately, it doesn't work anymore.
On the trail?
Pretty standard. Yeah, on the trail to walk up. And I remember when they first put it in, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, they just randomly made this area more convenient and better in this way. I was like, that's good to see. You like to see it. But, like I said, it doesn't work anymore. Which is pretty fucking annoying.
Well, it doesn't work at all, or it works seasonally?
No. Well, maybe it works now. Hopefully they fixed it. But for a long time, like they put it in and then it worked at first. And then after, I don't know, maybe 3 months, it stopped working.
Because I know some places cut the water during some seasons.
Yeah, I've tried it. I thought about that.
Yeah?
I've tried it in all seasons.
Okay.
And it just didn't work.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing. Like maybe they shut it off in the winter or something. You even had like a dog water spout.
Oh,
on the
smaller one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're getting stuff done. Well, you'll see tomorrow when you go to the library.
Mm-hmm.
They have cornered the whole thing around the track. I don't know what they're doing, but they have delimited a pretty big perimeter, and I don't know what they are changing, but yeah, things are happening. Just started last week, I think.
Yeah. So just around the track.
Yeah, you'll see it's around the track. So you have a couple of accesses to the track, and it's all good. You can run, and in the middle, people play soccer and whatnot. But just on the corner, just around the track, yeah. I don't know, surrounding the track, I don't know what's going to be there.
Well, it'll be interesting, and it'll be for the community.
Yeah. Maybe they plant some flowers, or I don't know.
Man, I wish I could garden. It's such a cool skill to have, like to be able to grow stuff.
You can, can't you?
I mean, no, there's no space where we live because the landlady, she gardens all over the place.
But what about having, along where you live, like along the entrance, if this space gets a bit of sun during the day, you could have like a couple of boxes, like squares, or boxes, or see what I mean?
If they were small, we could potentially do that. But I don't even know where we would put them because there's just shit everywhere. Oh, it's so annoying that they have shit everywhere.
Have you asked them? Could you ask them, say, hey, we might want to use a bit of that space. Is there any chance we can just relocate that space to your space? Or it doesn't come with rent?
I don't know. I think it's just sort of implied that they get to dump all their shit in the outdoor spaces.
Okay.
Like we have a little tiny area where we have a box with some camping stuff. And then we have a grill, like a propane grill. So there's like this tiny little area that we have.
Okay.
It would be cool if we could put maybe like there might be a way to put some plants out there, which would be cool. But they would get rained on, so.
I like the idea of a garden. But then in the facts, I would not be able to do it alone.
Just like all the maintenance, the weeding,
yeah,
and
the
watering.
maintenance is the thing. So, I can take a day or morning, whatever. I can take 3 hours to get rid of the weeds and put some soil and make sure everything is at the right, the seeds are at the right depth, put the right amount of water. But then it's all about, every other week or every X days you have to water them. But then you're in Vancouver, which means that, you don't have 5 days of sun in a row most of the time, even in the summer. Which means, there might be a day where it pours. So what do we do for that day? Do we cancel the next watering because you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's already for my plants. It seems I overwater them because a couple of died, and I heard that they are more likely to die from overwatering than underwatering. So there's that, first of all.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Because I feel like, I'm just thinking about it. Great, I'm gonna do it. But then maybe I'm just dumping like a whole glass of water, and I shouldn't. Maybe I just should keep it half or something.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to be more conservative with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought some seeds. I need to start growing this stuff. I need to plant them.
What are the seeds for?
Right there I have kale.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another one which is, I think, a mix of lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
Of lettuces. Yeah, they grow fast. I think it's like every week I can just chop a full salad pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And if you weed them, if you trim them well enough, they grow back for another week.
Yeah.
And that's for like many months, like probably until September. So I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
in the summer I like to eat more greens, more salad, things like that, because it's hot outside.
Yeah, you like salad when it's hot outside?
Well, it's just that I don't eat ramen when it's warm outside. See what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like eating ramen or pho is more of a thing like when it's cold outside or rainy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When it's warm, maybe I tend to eat more fruits, more salad. I still eat, proteins and whatnot, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it grows from the garden. It's just satisfying to know that I grew that.
Yeah.
I managed to do this 1 year.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, April was like, we should grow some herbs because you can grow them indoors and you just use them and then they keep growing.
Absolutely.
Which I think would be cool. I love when people have a lot of plants in their house. Like, it just makes it so much better. Did it work? Yeah. Got a little bit more light.
Not bad, eh? Not bad, eh? Yeah, but yeah, if I had a full, like a fully fledged garden with, potatoes, tomatoes, I would love to do that, but I would need to be with someone that can remind me or that can set up alarms and like, okay, Saturday morning, we're doing it, from 10 to 12 or something, we're doing it together, doing whatever we need, and then it's more fun to do this kind of stuff with someone. Yeah.
Well, it's fun to do stuff with people in general. It's more fun when you can share stuff with someone.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like alone time to just chill and not have to think about anyone else's needs. But yeah, life is good with people. People are pretty interesting. Pretty fucking crazy as well. But they're the most interesting thing we know of.
Yeah.
Let me get another beer.
Yes, please do.
So how's training going?
Training is going good. I'm not training as much, but I'm still doing workouts, but I'm running a bit.
Oh, okay.
I did the sun run. The Vancouver Sun Run.
What's that?
2 weeks ago. The Vancouver Sun is a local newspaper.
Yeah.
And I think they organize a race downtown Vancouver every year.
Okay.
And the sun run, so it's supposed to be nice outside, and it was pouring rain. And surprisingly, perhaps. But it was great. It was it's 10 kilometers. And I did it because Ricardo was planning to do it.
Yeah.
And he was training for it, and he had nobody else to do it. I was like, I'll be down. And so I did a bit more running with Larissa for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Got it done. It was no big deal.
Cool.
Yeah.
So did you and Ricardo run together?
Yeah, but it took some time before we could catch up because there were something like 30,000 people doing it. Yeah, it's
30,000 people?
At least on the email. So I know there was also an online race, like a Zoom race, I guess, whatever it is. So I'm not sure if 30,000 were in the street or 30,000 was in total.
Okay.
But it was massive. So it's 10 kilometers. We met at around 3 kilometers. So we were running, but we were on the phone trying to see, okay, where are you? I'm there. Oh, no, you're there. I'm in front of there. I'm on that street. He pretty much started behind me because it was too hard for him to reach me. And I was at the end of a block that was allowed to start.
Okay.
Because they made us start in chunks. literally there was only one row behind me, and then we were separated. And then Ricardo was in the next block. I was like, shoot, now I'm starting now, but Ricardo has to wait, 3-4 minutes, and then he can run. So I'm gonna go extra slow until he can catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it took 3 kilometers until we could sort all of that stuff out.
Yeah.
And then we kept going together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So were you talking on the phone while you were running?
No, we were not calling, but we were texting though.
Okay.
So I had a phone here, it's like there, but it was super rainy, so I was like, there's water everywhere, it's getting warm. and eventually I had to stop. So I was just like jogging on the spot, because I thought that going slower would help, but still, yeah. So eventually he caught up, and then we kept going together.
Yeah. You finished together?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was cool.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Hey man, that's awesome. Congrats. You did it.
It's the first time I do a run.
Yeah.
It was no big deal. Honestly, I didn't need to train or anything for that, but it's nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, training's been good. I'm just doing workouts here and there. Skateboarding is gonna pick up soon. And yeah. What about you?
I've just been walking.
Okay.
Trying to do push-ups and pull-ups.
Yeah.
Like I set up my pull-up bar.
Good.
But yeah, it's tough to stay on it. I feel like I'm overcomplicating my life with a lot of stuff, and it's hard to have the bandwidth for things like that, unfortunately. But I like to go on walks, whether by myself or push an eye in the stroller.
Yep.
She likes it. She loves looking around at all the shit and chilling in the stroller. It's gonna be so dope one day when we can go on a walk together.
Oh yeah.
When she's walking. Looking forward to that. But at the same time, I'm trying to enjoy the time now, like before she can do all the stuff that eventually she'll be able to do.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a special time, and I guess it's always going to be a special time. That's kind of what happens when you have kids. So, yeah, she's great. She's a great little baby. It's awesome. Like, we hang out on Tuesday and Wednesday because I pick her up from daycare.
Okay.
Because April's working those days. And so I pick her up, and then we go home, and then I take care of her and until putting her to bed. And it's cool. Like, initially, she was not too down with it because she fucking loves April. Like, that's just...
Oh, but I think the mom, for a long time, is going to be the mom.
Yeah. Yeah. She just wants, like, if April's anywhere in the house where she knows she's there, she just wants to be
There.
on her, like, always. So it's like, it's kind of easier when April's not home because then she's not around, so Anaya's not like trying to go get her
I see.
all the time.
She accepted that she's not here.
Yeah. So she just chills with me, like we watch fucking The Office or Seinfeld or whatever. Like, she'll chill. So it's been good. Like, it's been really fun. It's been really fun. And I've kind of, based on talking with my parents the other day, kind of tried to reprioritize, like realize that this class that I'm taking is not the most important thing in my life. Whereas I feel like, because we've been through so much school, and that has to become the most important thing in your life if you're going to do it at a certain level.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I got to be a dad and a husband first before a student.
Yep. Priorities, yep.
Yeah. Which is good. It makes me feel good, like, because it's hard when I feel like I'm not being productive. Like, I always need to feel like I'm being productive in whatever way, whether it's with school right now or work or side hustles. Like, I want to be working on stuff and, like, getting shit done. And I feel like I didn't think of hanging out with Anaya and April as productive, It's like something you do that's not for some sort of tangible end result in the short term. It's
Yes.
like, it's something you do because that's the most important thing.
You don't see
that
it
you
in
can do.
relationships. You don't see the return of spending time with someone for an hour or two, whatever, like quality time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a direct return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the person you're with is happy, but you don't know if 30 minutes would have been enough. Or
it's hard to quantify.
yeah, I'm not saying you should cut on the costs as much as possible. It's not a cost to hang out with someone, don't get me wrong. But it's easier to see that if you work this amount, you're going to get a certain grade because the test is next week.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you work this much, you're going to get paid this much because you paid per hour. So it's
Mm-hmm.
easy to just realize, okay, I work this much, I get paid this much.
Mm-hmm.
In a relationship, an hour of quality time doesn't always give you the same return.
Mm-hmm.
On one day it might be great because maybe that's what your partner needed. Maybe that's what you needed for your personal development.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe another day that 1 hour was actually pretty passive. Maybe both of you were watching a TV show or something and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you
Yeah.
could have easily done something else and maybe more productive.
Mm-hmm.
But you might not know this before doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like that for many things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to catch myself thinking everything I do must be productive in some sense,
Yeah.
because then it's not productive anymore. You also need an hour, whatever time you need of downtime.
Mm-hmm.
It could be silly activities, watching something stupid,
Mm-hmm.
laugh with someone, whatever. But that you might also need this to be productive in the future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Same way as people who work out sometimes underestimate rest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be sore no matter what. I'm going to work out every day then. Well, yeah.
You're just
then-
gonna destroy your muscles over and over.
Exactly. And then you'll get injured. And then you will realize, I'm not getting bigger. Well, that's because you don't give time for your muscles to recover and build muscle fibers or all those things
Mm-hmm.
to get big.
Mm-hmm. Get yoked.
Yeah, no, it's difficult. You got to include that in the optimization program as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard when you want to be productive all the time to take time to just not do anything, productive. Just
think
do
that-
something for fun.
I think a thing to do is to plan flex time / flex days.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, we all have to get up and go to work and do those things. Then you have your daughter, then you have your wife. So those things are inevitable for you. You got to take care of them. So
Mhm.
that's okay. That's your priority. Boom, got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you know that there is a day where April can take care of Naya at a specific time or something, okay, boom. Don't plan anything there yet. Or maybe take the time or flex day. That could be a flex time.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe the morning off or the day before, maybe you're like, oh, what am I going to do with my flex time? Oh, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to use that time to, I don't know, do something new or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do nothing, but maybe that's what I need, or nap because I feel tired. Or
Yeah.
if my schedule is too packed with things to do, it does feel good somehow because I'm like, oh, for the 12 hours, whatever, how many hours I'm awake, I have all those things planned. So it's
Mhm.
great. I'm optimizing my time.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, some other days I'm like, no, I need to leave that time for whatever. Who knows? Like whatever my mood wants that day. So I'll wake up, maybe I'll feel tired. Oh, I'm going to hang out here. Maybe I'll go somewhere else. Maybe I'll see someone. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So not being too controlling of our time.
Yeah.
There's a balance. Again,
Definitely.
trade-off.
Definitely a balance to be struck for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a balance. No, but that's the thing is life is so good. I just keep coming back to that. Like, even when things are hard, stuff's difficult, things are annoying, you gotta do paperwork, you gotta do studying, you gotta do whatever. It's still such a beautiful life.
Oh, yeah.
That we get to live,
Oh, yeah.
Like, there are people who are hand mining sulfur in Indonesia or mining cobalt in
in Africa.
the Congo with like flip-flops and t-shirts on and man.
And they're not learning anything out of it either. So it's not as if they were doing something that was good for them, like personally. At least
Yeah.
when we get to study, even if we're learning something we don't like, we are learning something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
maybe we might forget it after the exam because we hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll retain some of it, and that's gonna come handy in the future.
Mm-hmm. Could be. No knowledge is wasted.
Indeed. Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's so cool that we get to live in a free society. Like, I don't like that there's a monarchy at the top of Canada, but I mean it's a free country. So.
Like, honestly, how do you feel? Like, yes, when you pay cash, you feel it's a monarchy because she's on the $20 bills. But what else? When do you feel it's a monarchy?
Yeah.
I felt it once last year.
Yeah.
To celebrate the day of her death or something. What was it, September something? We had a day off.
Mm-hmm.
It was a national mourning day or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we won't have it this year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was it. I was like, oh. Thank you, Queen. I guess not thank you for dying, but, you know. Oh, yeah, otherwise, I've never heard of a law or a bill that wasn't passed because it wasn't approved by the monarchy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they don't have a lot of influence
No.
on the country.
Not that they care too much to have influence. They want to keep probably like diplomatic relationships,
Mm-hmm.
you know, trade, immigration things, like with the Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm.
But I doubt that they really want Canada or South Africa or New Zealand or Australia to behave in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
They administer their own country.
Yeah.
Like the Queen of England, Elizabeth II, I think there was a crazy stat about how she set foot on Canada only once or twice in her life or something like that.
Mm.
Anyway, it's just a crazy stat how she barely knows Canada.
Yeah.
I think she left a letter that was open after her death about people in a certain city. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. But anyway, who cares? But yeah, no, it's technically a monarchy, but even as a French person, I don't even mind. So see how little it influences my life.
Yeah.
If a French guy doesn't care, it's really not a big deal.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just like the principle of it.
Yes.
To me.
No, the principle is interesting, but I'm guessing that if the Canadian people or government are not wanting more independence or not like at least protesting for it,
Mm-hmm.
is probably because it doesn't really influence them at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, who cares, whatever.
Yeah.
Just the Queen has nothing to do with my daily purchases of things, and we drive on the right. We, steering wheels on the left. What you see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we get to live our own Canadian dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that citizenship application.
Any news?
They did the background investigation. That's completed based
Good.
on the website. Yeah, because I had to send them in like the FBI police report for me. Like you have to just send some money, send some paperwork, and then they send you a letter saying that there's nothing on your record. And so I had to send that into Immigration Canada. Is that the name of the governing
I forgot the
body?
name of the government of the website. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I forgot.
Something like that.
Something.ca.
Yeah. Yeah.
I applied to a working holiday visa in Australia myself.
Oh.
I haven't heard from them yet. It's been 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently it takes only a couple weeks. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Nice. Because you're applying as a Canadian citizen?
I did apply as a Canadian citizen.
There you go.
But I still declared that I had a French passport.
Yeah.
Because, I was told, go there as a Canadian, you can do second one on the French passport. It's like, yeah, but in the application they were asking me, do you have any other passport? I'm like, no, I'm going to declare. I don't want to fuck about with the...
No, you definitely don't want to.
You see what I mean? Yeah, with administration. But should be fairly straightforward. And worst case, I just get a regular tourist visa and I will do.
Yeah.
I'm only going there for a month, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, man, I'm jealous. It's going to be so cool. I've always wanted to go to Australia.
I got a lot of things on the docket
Yeah.
starting September. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my ticket to Australia yesterday.
Yeah. Nice.
It was actually pretty cheap. I managed to find a good deal.
How much to get to Australia? It's so far.
$926 total.
What?
Australia, Darwin.
Round trip?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a one way because I'm not coming back to Canada after that.
Oh, you're going to go somewhere else next.
Yeah, I'm going to do other things.
Cool.
Yeah.
Damn. You're going to be there, man.
I'm
It's
gonna be there.
exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be all over the place. I'll finally go to that side of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a plane laid out with Larissa. We're gonna do this together, pretty much.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. I feel like that advances a relationship a lot. Traveling with someone, because.
Yeah, I think I don't think there's gonna be any issue, but who knows? I've never traveled that much, but she's very easygoing, and we are very similar in terms of what we want to do.
Yeah.
We don't mind splurging every now and then, but most of the time we want to keep it low key and casual and whatever. And we have similar taste in what we want to see. We're going to see places that we have similar interests in. So
Cool.
be fine. Yeah.
That'll be fun, man.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I used to love traveling, like, because it was new and interesting, but I fucking hate going to airports now. It's just a hassle from start to finish.
Oh, it's a huge hassle for me. I'm just starting to actually invest in comfortable things for traveling, for airport traveling. Like, I finally got 2 luggage things that are like hard. So
Suitcases?
Yeah, suitcases. Sorry. Yeah, good ones finally. I'm getting a neck kind of thing to rest on that shouldn't hurt. Got good reviews online, so.
Yeah, the neck pillows are key.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a MasterCard or whatever it is with some accesses to lounges.
Ooh.
So it's not unlimited. I
Fancy.
think I have to register in advance, but I'm gonna go through big airports anyway, so I think I can have access to the lounge if I have a 5 hours long layover, which I do in Melbourne right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Melbourne. So it's gonna be perfect if I have access to the lounge there. I'm gonna chill,
Yeah.
get some food, maybe have a nap, whatever it is, but no, it's gonna be nice. I hope. Or not too bad, let's put it this way.
Yeah. That should make it a little bit more fun. Going to the lounge, maybe get a couple drinks.
Yeah, that too. Sure, I could then put that too. Yeah. And back in 2024.
Boom.
So I'll be away for 4 months.
4
Ish.
months?
Yeah.
I'm going to miss you, man.
Yeah, I'll miss you too.
It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. You'll have to keep in touch. I'm sure you'll be on WhatsApp.
God made WhatsApp, exactly. And Zuki bought it from God. No, yeah. Yeah. We'll do 4 months, 1 month of each destination pretty much.
What are the destinations? So Australia and then...
We plan to do October in Japan.
Oh, nice.
Like a month.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be sick, man.
We initially planned to do it in November, but we were told that some places can get very, very cold in November, like very snowy in Japan, like the north of Japan. But I also want to see the north. So we figured, why not go in October? It's going to be the fall, so some temperatures will drop, but still, that's going to be manageable. And then in November, we'll go south. So we want to do Vietnam and Thailand.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks of each or something.
Nice.
I don't know. We'll see depending on how we feel, or maybe plane tickets. Like, we can let a good flight deal just decide for us. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cheaper to go to Thailand? Thailand first. And then from there we'll see where we can go. And then December will be France. I'll take her to my hometown, introduce her to the family. And we'll see, but I will stay there for a bit longer than her. And we also plan to spend, maybe a week, 10 days in Germany, because her best friend lives there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we could drive there, take the train there. I don't know, I'll have a car for my parents. So that we still have to figure out. We haven't figured out any plane tickets. But Australia, for me, she's not coming to Australia.
Oh, okay.
We will meet in Japan. And then she will come back here in Vancouver just before Christmas. Important date for her, family gathering and everything. And I will probably stay until beginning January, maybe mid-January, and spend time with my family.
Okay.
In France, sorry.
Yeah. The light went out.
Yeah. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
That one is still there. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're good. And yeah, I need to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
I realize more and more, everybody's getting older.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are getting older, so I don't want to miss that. The nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
My parents are getting older,
Mm-hmm.
so I do want to spend time with everyone and hang out and catch up.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're excited to meet you and excited to meet her.
Yeah. No, it's time I do it. It's prime time. It's optimal. Yeah, my contract is over. I'll be unemployed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's time to do it.
Definitely.
Saved up some money over the years,
Mm-hmm.
so it's time to spend.
There you go. You don't spend a lot.
I spend more now,
Yeah.
but I know I can be. Yeah, I can be thrifty. Yeah.
Which is great. It's a good way to be.
And I have this opportunity, the rent I pay here.
Mm-hmm.
All of that is a great opportunity to save some money while I can,
Mm-hmm.
because I know in the future, with age, with more money, with everything, I will want more comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And once I get access to that comfort level, I will not want to go down.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So I'm aware of that. That's also why I'm not taking a more expensive place right now or more comfy place right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that once I have it, it's going to be more expensive, and I will not want to downgrade.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
and then more money is going to go a couple hundreds more into rent. No,
Mhm.
fuck, that's less money to save.
Yeah.
So while I can do it, I am doing it. And the location is optimal anyway. And then, yeah, I will move on to the next stage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you come back, you're not going to keep this place while you're gone.
I will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's best because, yeah, I can keep all those things in storage, but once I come back, I have nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because Larissa lives at her parents' place. I'm not sleeping there. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So once I come back, I can spend. I could stay at somebody's place for a week or something if they have a bed, but
Mhm.
I'll have to find something pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And once I lose that deal, I will not find a better deal.
Yeah.
I will have to be alone. I'll have to pay. I will start paying, $1,200, $1,100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's $400 more than what I pay right now.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah, it makes sense to keep the place then.
yeah, keeping the place. But quickly after, once I get a job and everything, probably it's going to be a job somewhere around downtown.
Mm-hmm.
With, I assume there's going to be a bit of remote work, but also some in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to be there. This location won't be that optimal anymore
Mm-hmm.
because I won't have to go to SFU.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be able to live in Vancouver, not Burnaby.
Yeah.
And,
You're gonna leave
yeah.
Burnaby, man. You're gonna
Oh,
leave
don't
Burnaby.
worry. I'll probably be on Hastings, man. But just on the PNE side.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, PNE side or where Ricardo lives,
Mm-hmm.
Nanaimo, is still fairly close to Burnaby.
Mm-hmm.
By bus, it's not even 10 minutes
Yeah.
to get into Burnaby. And and I still have access to downtown, but I'm still in a nice neighborhood, like quiet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But we'll consider moving in together with Larissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
so we'll see where she works. If she still works at BC Women's,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll have to find a place, closer,
Yeah.
a bit closer. We are considering New West.
Oh yeah.
For renting, some rents are pretty cheap there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I like New West.
yeah,
It's dope over there.
because it seems to me underrated because the SkyTrain can take you to a lot of places. It can take you downtown very fast.
Mm-hmm.
It can take you to Metrotown if you need to do whatever big grocery shopping, big shopping in general.
Mm-hmm.
It can take you to Burnaby again through the SkyTrain.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a car, you're in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. New West is where this Trinidadian restaurant is.
oh,
It's called D Roti Shack. So good. Really, really good.
Oh, I think I should ask you to text me that name because I'd love to. I like to try.
Yeah.
We talk about going to different ethnic foods.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there is a. I don't know any other place that has Trinidadian
Mm-hmm.
Trinidadian
Mm-hmm.
Trinidadian food.
Yeah.
So I'll be down to try, even if
Yeah.
it's spicy.
It doesn't have to be spicy.
No?
It can be.
Okay.
They actually sell a lot of like hot sauces and stuff in the restaurant.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's just it's such good food. The meat is like really tender and delicious. It like falls apart. It's oh man. Do you like goat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You should get
Well,
goat.
I'm yeah, goat, sheep. I'm all about those foods. They're way more gamey. They're way more smoky, like
Mhm.
stronger. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Well then, yeah, you should get like the goat roti.
Yeah,
Because they'll have like these delicious chunks of goat meat in there, and
I'm big on lamb, so it's very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, man, the roti shack, and then I don't know if it's Trinidadian as well or Jamaican, but there's in Coquitlam, there's this little roti shack, roti store. It's also Caribbean food.
Okay, so when you say roti, what are you referring to?
So it's like this bread that
Yeah,
they
okay.
make that they wrap up
Yeah.
all the stuff in.
I think it's also in Indian food,
Yeah.
or Malaysian food, or one of these
In
East
Indian
Asian.
food.
Okay, okay,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, I
Mhm.
love that roti. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting because Caribbean food is influenced by a lot of Indian food, and they call it the West Indies. And
Okay.
there's a lot of people in the Caribbean who are like from India. Like there's been a lot of immigration there.
Okay.
And so the food's gotten all integrated. It's so good. So fucking good. Like Caribbean curry.
That I might have tried
Yeah.
in Martinique. One of the French islands in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean? Oh, okay.
Well, they have something close to curry. It's called colombo.
Okay.
It's a chicken recipe,
Mhm.
but the sauce. I remember the sauce being yellow. I hope I'm not making this wrong, but I think it's similar. But I guess maybe this French version of it. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't remember if it was spicy or not.
Yeah.
I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I went on Hastings. I went to Axum. It's on
It's like Ethiopia?
Yes, right after commercial,
Nice. Yeah.
and they
How
have
was it?
this.
How was it?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Also, the way you eat is great. They have a gigantic plate with a bunch of different foods,
Mm-hmm.
and in the middle they have the
Seppi?
is it the spongy?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there we go. Sepi,
I think that's what it's called. Seppi.
SEPI. Okay.
I've only ever heard it spoken.
I love this feeling is fascinating
texture?
for food. Yeah, the texture for food is fascinating because it feels like one of those towels, very thin, that you can use to just wipe yourself out of bed, but at the same time you can eat it. It's spongy. It's great. And you can buy it's specific flour, I think,
Mm-hmm.
to make that. And they have all kinds of food with
Like finger food. Yeah, I've
yeah,
had
finger
it.
food. So you have pretty much you have your sepi, your
Mhm.
slice or whatever it is, and then
You
you.
pick it up, you dip it
Yeah.
in. Yeah, I've had Ethiopian food before. It's good.
Okay. I like that because it's a different well, in France usually we are given plates.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the menu it's everybody has a plate. You
Mhm,
order a
mhm.
plate of this. And okay, so it's kind of individual, and it's great. You can still, still grab a fry there or grab a bit of meat, sure. But I really like it when pretty much all the food is there, and you just take some of it to your plate, into your
Mhm.
bowl. So Chinese food is a lot like that too.
Mm.
You know, they have a bowl of something, a bowl of something else, bowl of something else. Oh, I want a bit of this. I'm taking some of that
Mm-hmm.
into my bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I like this sharing mentality more than everybody gets their own individual plate with specific food in them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if I order a plate of lamb, I'm the only one who gets lamb
Yeah.
on the table. So I don't want to give it away too much.
Yeah.
People can try, but at the same time, well, it's only so much lamb. So that's why I ordered in the. No, but see what I mean?
Yeah.
I really like the aspect of the dishes are made to be shared,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Family style.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. It is an interesting way to eat food.
Yeah.
Because in the West, You just get your plate of whatever you get, and other people get whatever they get.
Yeah, whatever you order. Yeah.
We're almost at an hour.
Yeah.
I gotta pee so
Okay.
bad.
So if you just help me buy some 15 seconds of time, we're gonna stop at exactly 1 hour. So I will let you give the words, and I'll stop.
See you in the next one.
3, 2, 1.